Hi, this is Cindy Ross with Changing Hearts Against Diversity Foundation, and I had the pleasure of meeting David Sasine on this beautiful trip to Kenya. And we visited the Maasai Mara village yesterday, and David was explaining about the well project that they had in place for their village and how many projects are in their future, and I wanted him to share all about that so we can start raising some funds for these people.
Well, my name is David Sasine. On board, I'm with Cindy Rose. You're most welcome to Kenya, Marsai Mara. And thank you for visiting our villages. And I'm glad that, in our culture, guests are blessings. So it's such a blessing to
Thank
us.
you.
And just highlights about the projects that we're having, that we're running. We have a water project that has been insisting for about 2 to 3 years, despite the pandemic. And it has been really extremely, helpful to the tribe itself and also to the neighboring community, e.g. the secondary business community, and particularly the Maasai people with the schools, both the primary school, the high school, and also the kindergartens. And therefore, the water project itself is composed. It contains source of water. It can as well people over thousands of the tribe people of the community are able to access the water. But actually, we had a big a big fence because it's about 3 to 4 acres. We had a fence, but apparently it was knocked down by the annual migrations of the wildebeest. Since after they have arrived to Kenya, they just went all the way to our community land because the Mara is not fenced, so animals are moving in and out of it anyhow. And therefore, the fence was knocked down. We've got the solar panels that are freely there. So we are looking a way forward to install an electric solar fence, because once we have that solar fenced, everything will be extremely safe. And therefore, after we have that, we'll then be able to start what we call the garden towers, making the gardens inside the project, the water project, because we have plenty of water there, so that women from the villages, they will be able to make their gardens, to make their garden towers, water them every day. That will be their work, and make sure that we'll be having enough vegetables that can be eaten by the community, can be sold to the community, to the business community, and those, now when we get a little income from selling them, therefore now we can as well be using that little amount for the vulnerable families to pay for their schoolship for their kids. And secondly, we will also do the water purification, because we need that water to be clean and safe for both the community and to each and every one of us. So that will be another step. After we are done with the fencing, now the second phase will go to the water purification. And secondly, apart from doing the water project, we want also to encourage, to uplift our people in terms of good health, good wealth. So that needs to be done. And also, I think what all this can bring is only also education. When we mix this water project with education in our society, and mostly giving a girl child the first priority, simply because of some kind of the cultural activities that are happening, I think the better we can do. So to you, Cindy Rose, I extend my hands of welcoming you back to Kenya, Maasai Mara, and we're looking forward to work with you and count my unlimited support.
It's my pleasure, David.
My pleasure too.
So David has said, and it's near and dear to my heart, and it's made me want to restructure my entire foundation after meeting the Maasai Mara people.
Right.
The health and the well-being, and these funds are going to be able to empower good health, long life, and nutrition and education, which is phenomenal.
Absolutely. It's a game changer. Education is a game changer.
Let's help change some lives.
Let's give it a shot.
This is the Asikanai River that is in their tribes, and Kadia was explaining to me, this is David's brother, and they were explaining that there's over 100 different tribes in the Maasai Mara area. So if you can imagine, this was their only source for drinking water. They do everything here. They bathe, they wash clothes, everything's done in this river. So for them to be able to have the new well, the water well that is providing clean drinking water, you see how important it is, because if you can imagine you were having a drink out of this and the parasites that you would get in your stomach, you could possibly end up with a fatal disease and end up dying, and that's what they faced in their tribes as well. So this is why I am going to be so passionate about fundraising to be able to provide sustainable living skills for these guys. Okay, Kadia, how long has the well been here? About a year and a half?
Yeah, year and a half.
And how has it changed the village, like as far as the health for you?
Yeah, it has changed for us, and you see now we don't use this water. Sometimes we use that water, but it's still salty, so most of them do not like that. Actually, most of them are actually come very early in the morning in the river, like 5 in the morning, to fetch the water, because at that time no anything cannot be here. Like now you see many people are washing clothes,
So it pollutes the water.
We don't use to fetch at this time. Actually, that's why.
So what Kadia was saying, so the well source is still a bit salty, and David was explaining to me that that's going to be some of the next projects is for a better purification system. So that's definitely going to be a way to better provide water source for the people, drinking water especially.
Yeah. So I think that water we have been drained to go away for like one and a half year, but we hope coming next year we will hope the water will be clean. It will not be salty. So I think some month come, we don't actually use this water. I think everyone will go and use that water there.
Okay.
I know most of you are always nervous about donating and not sure where your money's going. Jason and I have always been that way, wanting to make sure that our money was being put to use. I can guarantee you, I've made the connections here. This made me want to restructure my entire foundation just to help out the Maasai Mara people. They're amazing. So if you're willing to donate and help provide sustainable living for these villages, I will guarantee that your money goes to use. Hi, I'm Cindy. I'm here in the Maasai Mara, and I'm going to see if I can get these kids to say hello. Can you say hello? This is where your money will be going. These are the people that you will be helping. These kids want to thank you for your donations and their clean water. Hey guys, this is just one of the villages here in the Maasai Mara. And how many people are approximately in each village? About 50 to...
Yeah, in this village we have like 120 people.
120 people.
Including children. So this is one family.
So this is where your funds will be going to provide water for these villages. So we're inside the village now, and as you can see, this is where they bring their herds in at night for protection from the animals, leopards, cheetahs, and you can see why clean water is so important, because they're living amongst their animals as well.
So guys, I think first before we continue,
These are the warriors of the tribe, and they're thanking you for your help. This is how they make their fires still in the tribes for cooking.
Iya. Yung lembus. Yung ngurus. Đâu gì đâu mày ra sao rồi gì?
Your funds will be helping children like these in the villages and giving them a chance at life. So they're gonna take us inside one of their homes, and is this yours?
It's the chief house.
Chief house. So this is the chief of the village's house.
Father.
Your dad.
My house is that one. We'll go to visit. So this is one of the house, guys. Yeah. So guys, as you see it outside, it looks small, but when you get inside, it looks larger. So you see the house is made of foods. See, we put a lot of food. Then we put nylon paper. You see?
Yes.
Then we put savanna grass. Then cow dung on the top. Right? And houses are made by ladies. That's their work. Ladies do make houses. So this is one of the chief house. It's the first lady house.
Yeah. First lady.
So guys, welcome.
Thank you.
And let's continue. And maybe you can have a seat. Right. So it's the house. Yeah. This is now where we live. See the big boys. Yeah. And then
How many people live in this one?
in this one we have 11.
11.
Yeah, father, mother, and 10 children.
And this is probably a 10 by 15 foot.
Yeah.
The houses are made of, you see, woods and cow dung. It looks very strong.
Yep.
You see?
And they have to rebuild them every, what, 6 months?
After maybe after 12 months.
12 months?
Yeah. You know, we are nomad, so we don't live in one place.
And your mom built the house?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a chief, father house. You see, it has electricity, some daylights. So we got some donation. They used to put for the chief. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you see the room there
Mhm.
for the big boys, and that one there is for the chief. That one there. So
Can I look?
yeah.
So this is where the boys sleep.
You see the big ladies?
Yes. Yes.
Big ladies?
Yes.
They will not be allowed to be in this house.
No?
Yeah.
They have their own.
And the girls sleep in there.
Actually, we don't use any mattress. It's made of
Oh,
wood.
yes, yes.
Cow skin.
Yes.
We don't have mattresses. It's the cow skin. Yeah.
Oh, it's cow skin.
Yeah. And you see
Water.
for water, but I think the water is on that side. Actually, they go very early in the morning to the river to get water.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, so we're back in front of the water well project, and during the migration of the wildebeest last year, they came through this area and they knocked down their fence. They have about approximately 4 acres here, and they lost their crops. And the crops are really important for the women to grow, to be able to sell and send their children to school. So it costs approximately how they're going to keep the wildebeest out next time is gonna put an electric fence in. So it costs approximately about $5,000 to do that. So that's what we're gonna raise the funds for.
Sure. We're more than grateful. Thank you for your visit. We have the tribe. We're more than grateful, Cindy. And we want to cooperate with your project. To change people's lives in terms of education, in terms of water, and everything. Anything that is a basic need. You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Cindy Ross with Changing Hearts Against Diversity Foundation, and I'm here with Nicholas Support, my new family. I had the honor of meeting you while I was in this beautiful country of Kenya, and Nicholas actually is in another tribe outside of David's, but he's also part of the Maasai Mara. So tell all of my viewers, what are the needs ongoing in your village?
Hi, this is Nicholas Sapur. I'm not the chief, but I'm speaking on behalf of my chief of my community. We have the need and it's pleasure for you welcoming Cindy Rose. Karibu. Karibu is a welcoming word.
Thank you.
So I'm talking on behalf of my chief, and my chief is not learned, so he's just a local chief. So I'm talking on behalf of him. We have the needs of the school, we have church, and also we have the water problem. We don't have water around us, apart from the one that David has risen, but we are a little bit far from that place. We normally take a distant walk. But for now, we appreciate you guys for so much and bringing Cindy Rose to us and raise this project of water. We normally use dry. This is a seasonal river, whereby sometimes it goes off. We don't have water during the drought season. So for now, I'm talking about water. You can help us, and also school. We have a small school, which is not a government school, just a community school, but we need to raise like 2 classes. If possible, you can raise for us 2 classes for the school. And also we have a church, and our nearby church, we also Christians, and we don't have a place to worship. So it's my request for you to help us and construct one of our churches there. So thank you very much, Cindy Rose.
It's my
And
pleasure. It's my
you.
pleasure. We will do our best and raise as many funds as possible to help your tribe.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.